You know, life is an adventure, life's fun. I'm just one of those people that I see something, I just want to do it. I'm doing the same thing I've been doing for over 35 years. I'm really doing one-of-a-kind jewelry, and the majority of the time, the mine finds that you see on the show, it's the first time they've ever been shown. I think what really our edge is, I know exactly the story. That's what people love. They love the uniqueness of the materials that we find, but they love knowing that they're going to have a piece of jewelry that they're not going to see on everybody.
The amazing Jay King is here, everybody. Jay, always a pleasure to see you, sir.
So it's good to see you. And I bought this just for you, just so you know.
I was going to say, I could tell it's a new one.
No, it's brand new. And I walked in, I mean, we're in a full competition now. Okay. Because I'm amazed. I never knew anybody that had more sports coats than I do. And so just recently I've lost quite a bit of weight, which is good. But
it's amazing.
So now I'm going in and I'm buying different things. And so I was walking the other day and I said, he doesn't have this.
and this is my only new one, so heaven knows what I'm going to wear tomorrow. I'm done. Well, folks, we're going to have a blast tonight with Jay. I want to tell you right out of the gate, in 35 minutes from now, we will unveil 2 pieces. They're right down there. We cannot show them because of fear of them selling out. One is a multicolor opal, round the world journey of opals, and the other is probably the biggest item I have ever presented with Jay. Vintage, antique, Hubei. Jay, this is turquoise like we've never seen, right?
Yeah, this is actually out of somebody's very private, personal collection, okay? That is an older gentleman, and it was just one of those things that really worked out for us. It's very, very limited, okay? And the top quality that you'll ever get.
It is being kept off the website and off television all day. We will reveal it in 35 minutes. But to get things going, let's get our blood flowing with 5 products in 5 minutes. Huge discounts. Will you be first in as we say, ready, set, let's go. Huge discount, down from $145 to $72. That beautiful, all-natural, soft, peachy blush of your stunning peach stone and green opal. Folks, this is a stunning bracelet. We also have a ring to go along with it, and we'll show you that in a moment. 640199, 5 flexible payments. Jay, what an easy yes with this piece.
You know, and I love the softness and the pastels of these colors. They combine together so well. And also, you see this, the Serbian green opal here, that mint green opal, this is kind of like one of the last designs you'll ever see. We have no more of this rough.
Folks, it's super special. We only have 30 to go around. I'll keep all of them out because they all go together, all these 5 in 5s. It's a wonderful collection tonight, so I'm excited to share it with you. If you love your sterling silver jewelry, if you're a mine finder yourself, if you love to be curious about new discoveries, this is perhaps a color scheme you've not got before. It's so soft and welcoming though, isn't it, Jay?
Yeah, you know, and that's what I like about it. The very, 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 the softness of the pastel colors.
Well, we're gonna go to our second one. Only a dozen left now of the bracelets. This time it's the ring in sizes 5 through 12. If you manage to get the bracelet, you gotta get that ring to go with it. It's down from $125 appraised to just $42.90 and a flex pay of $8 and change. Jay, I love the setting with this as well. Look at the amount of sterling.
This is actually, and this is also was a new mine find. This comes out of Madagascar. When I got this, I've been in search of, I got it one time, I got peach opal, and I got it in Mongolia. when I saw this material, it had all the characteristics. I really thought it was going to be opal, and I was going to hit a home run. It's still unique. It's very different. It's all natural.
Well, folks, it really is spectacular, and we love it. Only 40 now left before it's completely sold out. You know, a ring like this and a shape like this, it's very pleasing. You can wear it either way on your finger. Comfortable, of course, supremely comfortable, as all of Jay's jewelry is, so thoughtfully designed. If you're about to head into a, exciting, holiday season, parties, events, fall festivals, this is something I know you're going to love because the colors are going to work stunningly. I want to tell you about our next one. Again, same design in terms of the same stones. This time it's going to be your choice of necklace or earrings. So the necklace or the earrings. Jay, that necklace is drama. Look at that drop down with that Y shape.
And you know what, I love this, and I actually designed this. I love the Y shape on this, very elegant. And again, this is something you can dress up with, you can dress down. It's very soft, very subtle. And what's really just crazy though is just as the manufacturer, just to give you my little point of view here, just so everybody knows, okay, because these are so limited and they are on a clearance, you literally could not even buy the rough stock, the rough materials that go into making these. You couldn't buy that and be able to even come close to selling it for this price.
I mean, there you heard it from us. They said the horse's mouth. I'm not calling you a horse, Jay, you understand?
You can't offend me. It's impossible. I'm an American married to a Brit. It's impossible to offend me.
I want to go to our next item. This time, amber like you've never ever seen and a cross like you've never seen on a beautiful leather cord, folks. This is contemporary, this is bold, and it's oh so pleasing to touch. Jay, we love amber.
Okay, and here again, I designed this. We blew these out. This is the last of these. Think about the size of the amber on this. Look at the chunk of this. And this is the real deal. This is the real amber. Okay, this is, in this case, it's Ukrainian amber. The cross, I did it very contemporary. You can wear it either way. It's reversible. It's going to be the both on that. Really super high polish. But if you really, crosses and hearts are the two main silhouettes that I think every major designer ever in his life has always put a cross or a heart. Now, I will say this, we had the heart, it completely sold out. There's just a very few of these left. We really never have had any time to really air this. So you really, I think this is just one of the few presentations we've done. They've always sold out online. So we've got the last of the last beautiful, this is leather cord, and with this leather, it's actually organic dyes on the black, so you don't have to worry about when you bag it up. There's no tannic acid.
Right.
It's organic, so you don't have to worry about it tarnishing your sterling silver.
Folks, it's a beautiful piece. Nothing else like it in our assortment. $82 and change. Last 5 in 5, and we're going to talk about red skin turquoise with a beautiful cuff. I remember launching this with Jay a little while ago. Probably the biggest deal of the entire 5 in 5. It was $320. We're offering it at $159. Everybody loves red skin turquoise, Jay.
Well, here's the thing, and we're down to the last of the red skin. We're really down to the wire. Okay, I'm kind of like, it's kind of like I'm pulling out all the plugs right now as far as being able to I've got everything lined up with what I've got. I know what I'm going to be able to do. So in this, if you just felt this, if I could reach through the camera right now and hand this to you,
that would be magic.
And you could just see how much silver that's actually in this. This is really, truly amazing. What a piece of wearable art.
And folks, I want to tell you, actually, as we bring our 5 in 5 to a close, if you are ordering this, please do not miss out by going online at hsn.com, because we have right now over 500 people placing their orders. It's a very, very popular item. 640-792. I'll let you know when it's officially sold out. Thank you for your orders. I want to, in the same vein, I want to show you this. We've sold 2,000 today, and there are 200 left. It's your red skin turquoise barrel bead necklace. So if you just bought the cuff, Jay, that's the perfect partner, right?
Right, the red skin turquoise. Is this the right necklace?
Oh, there it is. Sorry. The clue's in the name, everybody. There, folks, we are.
Okay, no, this is coral.
No, that's the coral one.
Okay.
I think the.
Is this the turquoise right one? Okay.
Is this definitely the red skin? Yeah, this is the red skin. Yeah, it's the red
Okay,
skin.
so this is the last one that we did. I'm sorry. We have another one that we had that was
Very
there
similar.
were rounds. They were the round beads. I think we've sold out on that. And then this one we just have a very, very few. This is the first time that you've actually seen this particular turquoise necklace.
$99.90 if you'd like to order it to go back with it. It would be wonderful. Remember, we're doing our buy more and save with Jay tonight as well. So if you're shopping, you're only going to pay that one shipping and handling charge. You can fill your cart like it's Christmas. Christmas is coming early with Jay King. And I do want to remind you that at the end of the hour, from about 11:30, we are going to reveal two humongous deals. One is a multicolor opal and one is an antique vintage Hubei turquoise that is retired. I mean, we're talking back in the 1980s, wasn't it, Jay?
It's when it finally closed.
Yeah.
Most of it was mined in the late 70s, early 80s, and then it's been closed since then.
Well,
the only way you can get it is out of somebody's private collection. This is seven peaks. That's what I thought. This isn't the red skin, guys. This is 7 peaks.
Okay,
okay, we do have a red skin turquoise
in fact, Jay,
necklace.
Forgive us. We had some live television drama.
I'm sorry. I knew we were incorrect, but I didn't. Yeah. So this is 7 peaks. This is actually an exclusive. It's fairly new. It's still one of these clearance price points. And here again, when they say clearance, as the manufacturer, one of the things that just kind of makes me like, if you could see, I always just kind of like get a little shake and everything. Because, you know, I make this, so I know what goes into this. I know how much it costs. And as the manufacturer, as the person, I actually buy the turquoise rough. So I know just the turquoise rough. You couldn't even buy the rough material, much less the sterling silver finding, much less any of the shipping, any of the work, anything like that, and actually market it for that kind of money. It's totally below cost to be able, when they give you these clearance deals. Yeah. And it's not, if you go and you look on the reviews, it's not because it has bad reviews or people didn't love it. The fact is we sold it, but we don't have enough to give it a full airing. And this is actually something that ran so well that they want to reorder it, but they can't do it, right? I don't have the material to be able to do it. So
folks, let's just clarify. So here it is. This is our killer deal.
This is the 7 peaks.
Okay.
Okay, this is the red skin.
That's the red skin.
Okay, and this, the reason I was telling you on this before, we only have a few hundred of these left. This is the material, okay, right here. Now, this is the only, this mine was flooded about, it's going on 8 years now. Okay. Eight years ago. And they call it red skin because see kind of that red oxide on it? Yeah. Look at this material.
Oh my gosh, Jay.
Okay. All I did was cut this nugget in two. And this is one of my specimens, several specimens that I have that I keep for myself.
Right.
This right here, okay, this red skin necklace, this is the very first beaded necklace, any necklace I've ever done in this material.
Wow.
This is the one and only. And you would say, well, if it's closed and it's so rare, why would you do that?
Why would you, Jay?
Okay, and the reason I'm doing it is this. Okay, we're down to the end of the end. This material, if I charged what this material is extremely expensive. If I just charged just the rough material that it took to cut this, it took about 3.5 pounds of the rough stock, natural rough stock, not chips, not compressed, not anything, of the natural nugget material. And then, of course, round beads is the worst yield you can possibly do. If you want to waste the most material in your line and lose the most money, cut round beads, okay? That's
great business advice.
It's a great way to go out of it. What makes this so unique and so special, only time I've ever offered a necklace in red skin. You always see cabochons.
So folks, if you want the red skin.
And if that price, it's giveaway. Literally the cost of the material would cost 3 times just the cost of the material if I charged what the material cost.
So as you can see, we are loaded with wonderful values tonight. So I'm gonna guide us through it as best we possibly can because they saved a lot of things for us, the wonderful team for Jay's finale hour. This run. I mean, we're at $79.94, 7 peaks. I've always loved Jay's story about this because this is hard to find in the United States, Jay. This is a signature robin's egg blue, but your story with the naming I always find insightful.
Well, and this is one of the mines that we actually named because where the mine's located, we were looking around. We actually asked, we always ask the miners when we find something, we always ask them, do you have a name for the mine?
Right.
And of course, they didn't have anything. And so I'm looking around, and there's 7 actual peaks. There's 7 mountain ranges around.
Say what you see, Jay.
Seeing around, and I'm looking around, I'm going, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 peaks, and so that's the name of it now. Now I will tell you on this, I don't claim to have an exclusive on this turquoise, but I do claim that I get all of the good material that comes out of it, right?
Okay.
We have a person. I've only been to the mine a couple of times. I've been doing it this business at this mine for over 5 years, probably more like 6 or 7. We looked at it one time when they were first starting to develop it. It's actually a copper mine, a copper property. They started getting the materials out. We started doing business with them. Things weren't running as smooth as I kind of wanted to. We went back, we looked at it, we worked out a deal. We have a guy that's our consolidator, and here's our thing. We do pay a premium,
right?
Okay, but we don't take any mine run.
Right.
So I don't take anything that's not premium that we can either cut beads, premium beads, or premium cabochons.
Very busy, less than 300 now left if you're looking for our 7 peaks. Lots of you asking about the red skin.
Okay. We started off with these, and here again, what is so vital and so critical about this is this material. This mine, it originally started off as a tin mine during World War II, the Japanese. Later on, they found turquoise down at about the 600-meter level. Okay. You've actually seen footage of me going down into the mine. This mine, they had a tailings pond that broke. They had torrential rain, tailings pond broke, didn't hold. This is now a lake, okay? And so what happened is it acted just like a big drain, a funnel, and the mine was flooded. They'll never open this up. I was at this mine last year, at the end of last year, at the beginning of this year, I can't remember when we were there, and we drove by it. It literally is a lake, okay? They'll never reopen this up. You're never, ever gonna see this material again. People that know that I have this material, it's literally like printing money. You could sell it all day long. I could sell my rough material for more than I could ever sell any product that I ever built on it. This is the only necklace we've ever done.
Folks, it's about to sell out. It's about to sell out. I'll let you know when it's gone. I do want to tell you, for those asking, we do not have a formal presentation of our today's special. We are very limited across the board. The world launch of our amazing new apatite, or of course that stunning red coral, which is faceted. You don't see that often, right, Jay?
You don't see it, well, here's the thing. I do facet coral, but what you don't see is these huge beads, these huge freeform beads. You don't see those faceted, right? And the reason is for the big material like that, usually it's not dense enough, it's not hard enough. In this case, this coral material was really, it was kind of to be honest with you, I've sat on it for a long time. I've sat on this for years. We had this rough material. I hoard certain things. I didn't want to give this up because I knew it was special. I kind of got boxed in, and I really needed something that was unique and different. They wanted coral, they wanted the new apatite, so we did it.
Today's the day, folks. Price goes up at midnight. I want to tell you, we are this hour is flying by. When there's only a 1-hour show, it just flies by. 20 minutes away from perhaps the biggest items, most prestigious items I have ever presented with Jay King. So stick around, 20 minutes till the big reveal. I want to talk about Cloudy Mountain because this is a 2-minute special. There are 80 left. There is an earring and a ring. Jay, it looks, for want of a better term, perfect.
It is, it's almost too perfect to be true, but it is true. I was just getting ready. I have an exclusive on this mine. I can say I have an exclusive. I was just getting ready to order my 4-wheel drive Lamborghini, but once again, my dreams have been dashed. I just can't win for losing with turquoise mines like this. But, when I first saw this, we have a total exclusive. You look at this, look at the clarity on this material, right? That's the natural color of this. We have not done anything to this. If I didn't tell you what this was, you would think it's Sleeping Beauty. It's that really quality, or the really, really top grade turquoise. We sewed it all up. We had a total exclusive on it. I was actually going to go to the mine in January. I was going in February after the Tucson Gem Show. I actually had booked to go to the mine. And they called me in January and they said, look, maybe not come right now, don't bother. And I'm like, why? And they said, we're just not getting any material. And since January, they have not got anything. They were chasing the vein. This mine actually was a turquoise mine.
Right.
Usually in turquoise, they're mining something else.
Okay.
Usually copper is what they're going for, right? Copper, iron, they can be going for different things, but mainly copper. For some reason, they ran out. We don't have any more. I've got the rough I've got, and I don't have any reserves on it.
Folks, it's beautiful. We are down to the final 20 now in the ring and the final 20 or so in the earrings. Go for the Cloudy Mountain if you want. There's lots going on. I want to show you this, Jay. This was not supposed to be happening tonight, but because it's the final hour and it's late, it's up to us, Jay. We're running the show tonight. If you fancy red coral, this is a faceted bead necklace of $79.90. We did this last time you were here, Jay. It's never been a better value for the drama and the presence of red coral.
And if you feel this, and the weight of this, do you feel the density?
Absolutely.
And that's why it takes this amazing, amazing facet. This is almost like it's like a deep red, but almost like a magenta red onto it. It's got a very unique color to it. And I get this rough material, okay? I bought this, you know the amazing turquoise bowls and everything we make?
Yes.
The wonderful artist, and he's a hoarder too,
right?
Okay, he's the one that we actually got this material from. Very, very limited. No telling when he got this material. I really don't know how old it is. It could be as much as 10, 15 years old for the rough stock. So it's a very unique, it's a very dense, a very hard material, a great look in coral. But do you see the color of it?
I see
it's just really, really different. And if I could reach out and hand this to you, and you could feel it, the weight, the density of this, it takes an amazing, amazing polish and amazing facet.
We are T-minus 7 minutes before we reveal the first of our two surprises. You don't know, but look, guys, actually right where I am, there is a neck form between Jay and I. Look, I can't show it, but it's right here. I've got my hand on it as we speak. Perhaps the most important piece I have ever presented with Jay King is coming up. So I just can't wait to get there. I'm so excited. I actually couldn't sleep last night, Jay. I know, that's the kind of life I live, Jay. That's where I'm at now.
Well, I've gotten better, but I dream of jewelry. And usually, you know what? This is really, I wake up in a cold sweat, and then I realize it's a dream, and I'll have jewelry coming at me.
Maybe because you're at Mardi Gras.
I really don't know what it means, but I've dreamt this dream so many times.
Well, we're going to show you a dream that's going to come true.
This is amazing. This is gallery material, okay? Where are you going to see? This is all real tanzanite, okay, from Tanzania. This is the real deal, guys. It's not treated. I love this design, very contemporary. What would you pay for this? I got to tell you, if I actually took you to Tanzania, if I took you to even go to South Africa where they market this a lot, and we walk into any jewelry store, I hope if somebody's out there watching that's actually traveled and been to Tanzania or has actually been to South Africa and walked in, and it's right there, okay, they're neighbors, right? This is next door neighbors, right? And see what they sell material that's this great and see what it sells for. One of my local jewelers where I live, who's wonderful, and he does a lot of high-end things. In fact, I do a lot of deals. My wife loves him, okay? He has some really great things. He's always treated us really well. But I showed him some of my Tanzanite rough the other day, and he went, whoa. So I think that's probably one of the best compliments.
That's an endorsement right there, Jay. My gosh.
Yeah, when your own, when somebody that you really respect, who's really a well-known jeweler, somebody who really knows his, he's actually a bench jeweler too. I mean, he can talk the talk, but he can walk the walk, okay? Really, it's very, very highly educated in it, grew up in the business, but this is really amazing. And here's the cool thing. This is the real deal. This material's not cheap. I never thought that I would actually be able to work in Tanzanite. This is a limited resource though, guys. It's not like you just back up the truck and say, load her up, guys. And also it's very expensive. You really have to work the rough. If if you see a lot of the tanzanite now is actually a silver color. They're calling it platinum.
I was going to say
yeah, they're platinum tanzanite. They're renaming it and everything. Well, tanzanite to me is this is tanzanite. Yeah, okay, now it is tanzanite, you know, so that they're selling, but it doesn't have the color. Right. And I think really, if you really want to call it tanzanite without rebranding it, this is what made it famous, is this color.
Well, folks, here's what I want to give everybody fair warning, because you know, sometimes the shows, they kind of get the better of us and we just get lost in the wonderful world of all these wonderful gemstones. I cannot impress upon you enough, we have 2 items coming up that are not normal. Now, people say that about Jay and I, but the items, I promise you, are not normal that's coming up, so you don't leave us. I want to show you this ring, because there is a ring to go back, which is magnificent. I mean, this is what dreams are made of in the world of tanzanite, a December birthstone, of course, and quite frankly, a recent discovery in the world of gems, Jay. You
know, as far as recent for gemstones, it's recent, and it's also one of those things that in our lifetime, shortly you will see it.
Right.
It only comes, and the really kind of the things that people don't understand. There's only one location it's found in Tanzania.
Yes.
Okay, but there's only actually one property that it's found on. Now there's numerous mines on that. Right. So there's numerous claims of, so it's like parcels that people are mining. So it's not just one big mining operation. Okay. Numerous claims, but the deeper they go, they keep going down and down, and they actually dig down, and then they find these are crystals.
Right.
When they find them, they're crystals. They dig these crystals. They're not finding this material. And a lot of the claims that are now currently mining, they're only getting the platinum material. Wow. They're not getting this. So to get this that hasn't been enhanced, that hasn't been treated, that's another thing that they're doing. They're taking the light grades of materials and they're doing treatments to them to give them this, you know, and you know when you say, what is the color? Yes. It's tanzanite. Yeah, it's a tanzanite color, right? I don't know what you would even name it. You know, like I could always try to describe this to people, but tanzanite, it's its own color, right? It's its own color.
You're getting the best, the natural beauty. Thank you for your orders. We are moments away from the big reveal. I want to give you an update though. Many of you asking about that red skin. Folks, you heard the passion, the enthusiasm, the prestige of what this is. 2,000 spoken for. There are 80 left for today. You'll
never see this again. This is the only time that I've done this material, the red skin material, the only time I've ever done it in a beaded design or beaded necklace. It's always been cabochons, it's always been inlaid. The material is too expensive and too rare to use it in beads. The only reason I did this is I have all these different colors. I had small lots of the colors. I really thought the only project I really could do, and I just said, you know what the heck? Yeah. And just said, okay, go for it. Literally the material, my cost on the original rough would be 3 times what we're selling this for the material that we took to cut this. It's a one and done. Like I said, this wasn't really easy for me to pull the trigger on this project, but I did, all right? But it's not gonna be something that I'm gonna come back and say, okay, here's another one, because it won't happen. It won't happen.
I don't want to speak out of turn, but I think I can say something on behalf of everybody watching. Jay, I appreciate, and thank you for all your calls, we're gonna count you in. I appreciate the integrity, the credibility, and the authority that you bring, and I think that's why so many of us are watching this.
Well, you know, the one thing with us, I can always guarantee is we actually cut from the rough material. Right. So I can talk to the fact that I know what it is. I don't buy it from people. I buy the rough. But I'm not buying things that are finished products.
Well, folks, thank you again. They're telling me. All right. I want to just quickly say, we have 2 main surprises. We're going to go to the first one, and then we're going to go to the antique vintage Hubei, which is going to drive everybody crazy. Probably the most prestigious piece I've ever seen. Here's my first surprise. Around the world with Jay King, multicolored opal. Never in the 12 years that I have been at HSN have I ever seen blue, green, and pink opal like I am seeing it here. I want to tell you, it's 18 inches up to 20 3/4 inches. It is perhaps one of the most feminine, prettiest, bold but pretty necklaces I've seen on the network from Jay. It's unique, it's unusual, and for anybody who is an opal lover, you already know how extraordinary opal is. Opal is one of those magical gems that we want to hold, we want to have, we want to wear. I want to show you, because there's only 400 to go around. It will sell in probably 3 minutes, it will be sold out. Graduated beads run all the way down, different colors. Jay, I feel like I'm in a candy store.
Okay, so there's actually 3 different countries here. There's 5 different mines that are being represented. So you've got 5 individual different mines that are in 3 different countries. And so let's see, so they're actually in 3 different, 3 different continents. So you got 5 different mines in 3 different countries.
Oh my gosh.
On 3 different continents. So think about how many advantage miles that you would get. just going, and I can talk to advantage miles, okay? I can talk to this, okay? How many airline miles you can get. You know, one of these days I'm gonna figure out how many miles I've gotten in my whole life. But you know, it's literally in the multis of millions.
I bet it is.
Millions. So, if you think about the travel that you would have to do to even get the materials, and how this came about is we had all these different opals from around the world, and we had all these different mines, and I was sitting there, and one of the things with my buyer, her goal is before both of us pass away, is to find something to replace rainbow calsilica, okay? And so this was one of the inspirations to do this multicolor. It's all fun, and they're all natural opals. There's nothing in here that's dyed. And a lot of this opal material that is in here, this is all like the AA, the AAA grade material, okay? It's just that we just had a little bit of a smidgen. Now, this was mentioned to me, oh yeah, we'll do this as a Today Special. No, no. So we took, as there's some of this opal I've got, you know, I've still got quite a bit of.
Yeah.
Some of these opals, no. I mean, no moss, you know, and I don't have any. So to incorporate it, because we wanted all the different colors, we tried to, at first, we did one, the original one we did had about 15 different mines in it, but it was a little bit too much, and it just didn't look good. We had 15 different types of opal in it. So we went back more with the solid pastel colors, and that's what we decided we're gonna go with that. It turned out great. Like I said, you got 3 different countries, 3 different continents, 5 different mines, so 5 different total opals that are being represented.
You talk about telling a story, that's exactly what this is. I hope you wear it in good health. It is our biggest selling item of the show, as we knew. Remember, our vintage, antique, Hubei is next. You gotta have your phone by your side and be ready. Perhaps the most prestigious piece I've ever presented with Jay in the 12 years I've been here. I want to quickly tell you, before the necklace goes, we have a cuff and earrings that match back beautifully as well. We'll give you the details in a few moments' time, but if you only buy one, it has got to be this necklace. Jay, on any skin tone or skin color, whether it's summer, winter, spring, or fall, this is, look at that.
Well, and see, here's the amazing thing with this, and also when you've got this multitude of colors, and like I said, when I originally came up with this brainstorm, we had over 15 different kinds of opal in this, but it didn't really blend. So we went with these solid pastels that we had in opals. We went with those 5 particular rough materials. You look at on Lauren, like what she's wearing. Okay, that's perfect. But you know what? She could put on yellow. She could put on anything. She literally look how classic this looks. Look, I mean, this is a classic design, classic piece. But if you think about what this is going to go back to, and it's really any season, right? It's not like you can only wear this. You can only wear this in spring, or you could only wear this in fall, or you could only wear this in summer. It's year round. No matter where you live, you could wear this. You could dress up with it. You could dress down with it. And they are all natural, genuine opals. There is nothing that's been done to them to change the color. These are the natural colors. So they haven't been dyed, they haven't been enhanced, they haven't been color treated in any way to actually give them that color that is the natural color of the material.
Thank you for your orders.
Yeah, well, thank you for, you know, people out there that really get it and they understand it, and crazy deal on that.
I want to show you the earrings, Jay. They go back perfectly.
And we decided on this. I got to tell you, this was a cat fight.
I'd love to see it, Jay.
No, I got to tell you, this was a cat fight. Everybody, when we were designing this, it was, you know, which opal we were going to use for the earrings. Because I didn't want to make a multi-opal earring. I just wanted something simple, statement piece. And I personally voted for blue.
I agree.
Okay, blue is my favorite color. A lot of people want to go with the pink, and you know, a lot of people want to go with the green. And I said no, blue, because it's in the middle of the road, right?
Yes.
It's the middle. And no matter what, I don't care who you are, you look good in blue.
You look good in blue.
Everybody looks good in blue. And so we did the blue, and this is the India Royal Blue opal.
Isn't this, I mean, it's $69.
They call this royal, it's called Dream Opal or Royal Blue.
If you're the kind of person that loves, and I love to see a suite of jewelry on a lady, I just think it looks beautiful and so put together. This is the one only time you can order the matching earrings. I want to show you the final piece to the puzzle, the cuff. Let me grab the cuff. Jay, this is kind of out of the ordinary, isn't it?
If you look at this, okay, and I designed this, it's just a lot of fun, okay? You could see, okay, again, I put the blue opal as the center, and then it's got all the different kinds of opals. It's got 5 different opals. That's why 5 different mines, and this has got every different mine being represented. So they all have their little flags, and they're waving their little flags, okay? So if you look at this, this is really, I mean, this is like representing for the neighborhood, okay? I mean, this is really represents for this particular opal genre of opals that we're presenting here. Again, all the natural colors, no enhanced material here, all the real deal. On a sterling silver, this is all completely handcrafted, all done by hand from sterling silver sheet material. You know, as a guy, I don't think I would wear this, but you could if you like it. But it's very, very festive, very, very, you know, uplifting. Lots of really cool colors in it.
Thank you for all of your calls. Jay and I need to compose ourselves. I'm not gonna lie to you, because after this 60 seconds out, we are going to reveal perhaps the most important piece I've ever presented with Jay. And while we go to this break, Jay and I will spend this time battling over who's wearing the best sport coat. Jay, I do like yours, but mine's better tonight.
I'm sorry. But I gotta tell you,
Worry about one less thing with our Protection Plus plans at HSN. Electronics, fitness equipment, even jewelry can be covered. Shop smart and protect your purchase. It's easy to add when you're checking out. Search Protection Plus at hsn.com for more details.
The appraised values you see at HSN are set by independent, professionally certified appraisers. They determine, as closely as possible, the approximate retail cost of replacing or recreating the item, not the possible sell or purchase price. Because subjective estimates and judgments are involved, appraisals may vary by as much as 25%. Call your customer service rep for more information.
See it, heart it, save it with the HSN app. Favorites are a fun and easy way to track your must-have products all in one place. Click the heart in the top right corner, then the more icon to access your favorites list. Download the app and start favoriting today.
I mean, I just don't know even how to do this justice. We are about to reveal a true mine find, something that is simply, quite frankly, not readily available at all in the market. The mine ended, what, back in 19...
Well, okay, they really started shutting it down in the 70s, but it was mined between, this material is mined sometime in the late 70s, early 80s. By the early 80s, it was all over. It was like the gold rush, and it was done. People who collect turquoise know this material, okay, and this is Hubei. We had a big project in December of 2018 where we had this private stash. We did today's special sold out. Do you know how many people keep that lost out on that are trying to get that? I said, guys, I cannot make it. I don't have it.
So
okay.
Folks, they're telling, I want to just be really clear. This might sell out in 90 seconds. It might sell out in 9 minutes. I'll reveal it. It is first to the phones. There are no advanced or extended delivery options. we have our Hubei Turquoise Gallery, vintage, antique. There is no doubt, priceless to so many. Folks, this is 20 inches up to 22 3/4. The lowest appraised value came in at nearly $600. Our regular HSN price is $400. We're under $290. We'll do free shipping and handling if you bought anything else today. This is your necklace with a gigantic, and I mean huge, 30 by 20 millimeter oval of your absolute real deal Hubei spiderweb turquoise. For those that know, for those that follow Jay, this is something you have to own. I say on good authority that this is a massively important piece. Jay, collectors will already start dialing.
Well, and here's the deal, and this is why I got so excited. This came, okay, from a private collector.
Yes.
This is his material that he had.
Yes.
Funny enough, he heard rumors of us acquiring the other material,
right,
through the grapevine. And he's actually one of the original people that was actually one of the brokers for this mine. This material, this historical significance of it is this. It was the first turquoise that ever came out of the Orient, that came out of China. It was American miners, it was American marketers, turquoise, it was American lapidus. Check this out. This is spider web. The spider web. This, even during the time that they did this is the material that everybody was going for. This demanded really big money. And here's why. This material looks a lot like a lot of the American materials,
yes,
that, like the old landers, a lot of the old materials that you cannot, that in America were so expensive and so rare. When they actually got this and brought it, it was just really amazing. Now, all the Hubei you've ever seen from me before, you've never seen this material. You have not seen the spider web. The spider web was the creme de la creme. It was what everyone was going for. Do you see the beautiful matrix in this and how consistent this matrix is? When I first saw this, and I didn't get these in cabs, right? These didn't come to me as in cabochons.
Last call, everybody.
Actually, this is how it started as far as he actually
can you see this,
brought me a piece, guys. This is how it all started. He brought me this and he just said, look, I just want to show you what I got. This is from his private stash, and we just took, and I just took one of his pieces and we just cut it. He had this in his specimen case. And I said, you gotta be kidding me, you have that rough? He said, yes. Of course, then the fun part, the negotiation. Of course, he wanted to order the four-wheel drive Lamborghini. And I said, no.
Not today.
I can't afford the four-wheel drive, you to buy the four-wheel drive Lamborghini before me. It was a long drawn out, it's kind of funny now, it's a long drawn out battle. Basically the way it works is he's an older gentleman, much older. He knew that he didn't have anybody that would appreciate it like we did. We made the deal. That being said, this is one of the partners, yes, and that's one of the partners.
My goodness,
neither one, well, one of them's passed away. The young Chinese gentleman is, he's the one that was one of the original founders of this, okay? But it's part of this group. It's not that this came from one of the original miners. And here's some of the original American miners and lapidary people that, and that is Hubei in the back. Now you have to, that's in the 70s, guys. That's in the 70s. And that's when this material was mined, okay? And that's where it came from. But before, when we had the Hubei, okay, I was so excited about it, and it blew out, it sold out, like I said. And everybody wanted it. But here's the deal. This is the creme de la creme, and it didn't come out of that buy. This is another purchase that we got that it came from them knowing that we acquired that, but this is somebody's private collection. This is the material of all the material that he brokered in his lifetime that he kept. Okay, he kept this back. Now, there is not a pickup truck full of this, okay? There is not. What we did, we cut it, We took all the select material. We took everything that was select in the spider web. We took all of the great, great material. We slabbed it all. We took every bit of that. We cut the biggest cabs. We did everything we could for yield. Adam's hiding some other things from you. I'm not going to tell you yet, but he's always got stashes. I've just learned that he's a stasher.
I'm a stasher.
Okay, then what we did with the beads, we took what was left over, you know, that we really, you know, because we didn't want to waste it, and that's what we cut the beads from. This material is not cheap. It's very, very rare. It's what they refer to as vintage or antique. Turquoise, and it's really got historical significance to it, but what makes it so unique and so different and so rare and so unusual is the fact it's the spider web, and so it's got that beautiful matrix in it, and this is what everybody was going for. This is the material that really, even back in the day, back in the 70s and 80s, this was the material that sold for more than any of the other Hubei material. This is what everybody went after.
Folks, you've sat and listened to Jay King for hours like I have. Have you ever heard him say the things he's saying about this? I have, with everyone on the phone, less than 100 left. If you only buy one thing today, apart from our today's special, it has to be this. This is heirloom. This is for your family forever. Because I don't want you to have to keep calling in, I do want to quickly reveal, I have a ring available. The ring is available for $104. I have a cuff bracelet for $289, and I have the earrings for $109. There's only 100 here, 50 there, 100 there.
And this is material that you're not ever going to get. Okay, I can't believe that we got it.
Right.
And even like I said, this started when he first hit me with the first price. I had to faint almost. I thought they were going to have smelling salts, and I just said, I love the material. Bless you.
Yes.
I tell you what, I have never. I really went all the way to negotiate this, okay? I did shameful things, okay? Really bowed down to get it. So, okay, now, here's what's really important. If you got that, I appreciate the fact that you appreciate it. Check this out. Look at the earrings. Look at the spider web. Look at the webbing in this. Is that killer or what?
So they're telling me, Jay, just so you know, how many, Steve, did you say now left in the earrings? And there's less than 100 available. I mean, Jay, come on.
These are, and here again, they're collectible. And even in the 70s and the 80s, and this is one of the turquoises that I actually worked with. It was an American turquoise. You know how I always tell the story? You know, in the 70s, when I first started working, there were 27 different American mines.
Right.
Of those American mines that I worked with at the time, and I've actually added mines since then in America, okay? But there were 27 active turquoise mines. There's only one of those mines that's still actually producing. There's none of those, are all closed. This, okay, even during that time, during the 70s, this was a power player. Now, this was the material everybody wanted. This is the material that everybody wanted, that they always sought out. It was really, even back then, it was really hard to get. It was very limited. Prices on this particular material of the Hubei was even more than what the other Hubei cost.
Sold out of the earrings as well. If you want the ring.
Look at the webbing, the spider web. The webbing in this is what makes it valuable. When I saw this, I literally, and you know another thing, when you see it, in a way, when you see something like this, you have to faint like you're not interested.
Right.
And that's the hardest thing.
Art.
Well, but it's hard for me to not show excitement.
Right.
When you see something, you know you want it so bad. But here's something I learned over 40 plus years of doing this. You get excited, the price just goes up. Now, here's another thing. You know they're always going to go dream. They're always going to go high.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it really worth that? Probably. Can I pay that? Absolutely not.
Right.
Okay. So you just have to. So what you do is you go ridiculously low. And then they go, oh God, you got to be kidding me, right? Are you insane? Are you kidding me? And then usually we work something out. In this case, I worked it out. It wasn't really, to be honest with you, it wasn't what I wanted to pay. But I knew I wouldn't get it. I knew I pushed him as far as he was going to go, and he wasn't going to go any further. I was going to lose it. Yeah. So I got it. I knew, and exactly. I'm so grateful that we have educated buyers out there, and we have collectors who get it, that understand it, that know that the collectability and the rarity of this particular of the Hubei. It's not just Hubei, it's spiderweb Hubei. It's the spiderweb matrix. And that is what's so unique and so different.
I say it again, I don't know how else to express it. in the hundreds of hours that I've been on air with Jay, I have never presented, quite frankly, a more prestigious line or suite of jewelry than the Hubei. The spider webbing that I mean, look at it, folks. This is not normal. This is something that is...
it's got amazing historical significance. Okay, it's amazing historical significance. And this is something, like I said, you don't see this. I mean, even back in the day when I was doing it, this is the material that was really limited. You didn't see it. You didn't see a lot of it. This was the cabs that everybody was going after. This is the rough stock that everybody wanted to get to cut to put in their designs because it really did have a lot of perceived value. The other Hubei was sought after, but it wasn't of this caliber. This was like the creme de la creme of the crop.
Thank you so much for all of your orders. I hope you wear it in good health. I think that, I mean, I look at it and to me it just looks so rich, Jay. It's a rich piece in every sense.
It's an amazing, and here again, what I like, it's the collectability of it.
Well, it's even more rare now because it's all completely sold out. So thank you for your orders. We are now 10 minutes left and we've run out of things to showcase. So we've got a good and bad problem. I do want to tell you, we're going to do our final presentation of the today's special. We only have a few hundred or so, but we'll come to that. What we'll do then is we're going to pull from an item that I was supposed to have with Jay tomorrow. We're going to do it now instead. In fact, they're telling me they're making it a this day only. Wow, okay. It's our 5-strand lapis, sterling silver, 18 inches of the most beautiful midnight blue color. Jay, this appraised for nearly $300. For one day only, they've made it $129.98 on 5 flexible payments. Lapis you were joking about your favorite color is blue. This is my favorite blue right here. This blue in my hands.
I'm not joking about blue. In fact, when my wife and I first started dating, when I left town the very first time when I came back, half of my closet was missing. And she said, everything can't be blue. You know how the Brits are.
Yes.
You know, like, they don't say much, but then they come back and everything is just gone, right? It's just, I mean, they've just gone and cleared out. She literally cleared out half my wardrobe, threw all my Hawaiian shirts away.
No!
Threw all my Hawaiian shirts away.
No!
And half of my denim. She goes, this is nonsense. And then, of course, she bought stuff. Of course, I wouldn't wear it, but under protest. But that's a different story. But blue is my favorite color. Now, here's the gig with lapis, okay? I'm getting ready to lay out shows. We're laying out shows for 2020, guys. Yeah. That's how far we have to work out. Do you know I'm going on a meeting on Tuesday, and I've got one lapis item to show.
Just one?
One design. It's not going to go over well.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
You're not kidding around with this.
Oh, bad.
It's harder than ever, right?
No, bad. It's really bad. I'm really kind of curtailing what I'm doing. I've got to really kind of sort through. I'm not getting any more of the rough. You're not getting this really high blue material like this. This is, it's almost impossible for me to get it. Last year was horrible. This year was even worse so far. I don't look for it. I cannot release the material that I have and put it in beads, waste it. I've got a lot of material, but the material I have is really, really super high grade. I'm going to save it for cabochons. I'm going to save it and string it out as far as I can. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to get material and I'm going to have something to load in this, but you're going to see this in the lapis market. You mark my words, okay? I'm not saying I got every connection in the world, and I'm not even coming close to saying that. I'm just saying I've got really good connections. I think I'm fairly well connected. I think I'm better connected in turquoise, but I see a lot of the lapis. I see the other people. I have my key lapis guys. Yeah. I see a lot of people that are below the rung on lapis, you know, that they get lapis, but they're getting it from somebody who got it from somebody who got it from somebody, and that doesn't work for me, right? What I am seeing a lot of people in my travels is you're seeing a lot of low-grade lapis, and you're seeing a lot of low-grade lapis that they're doing these Rube Goldberg treatments to. Right. But it looks too good to be true, and as soon as you see it, and here's another thing, when they won't show you the rough, they'll only show you the finished product. And see, I don't work from the finished product. I work from the rough, right? So they want to sell me the finished product. They don't want to show me the rough. Well, that right there, you just start shooting some flares.
Sold out as well. Jeez Louise, Jay. Okay, Jay, do you want a butterscotch? Guys, we are gonna, so this is what we're gonna do. We're enjoying tonight so much. We have our today's special coming up. I did see this earlier and I wrote on my list, and I do wanna thank Steve because he made this happen. You know I've always loved amber and I've always been very partial to the butterscotch. This to me is stunning. It's such a, and when you see it on Lauren, oh my goodness, if you have blonde hair, if you have darker hair, the coloring, Jay.
This is, you know, and this, just so you know, with the butterscotch, this material of all the ambers, now, even all the Ukraine, you know, our new deal is we're doing a lot of Ukrainian amber, and we've got a really good connection there. This is Baltic amber. It comes out of Lithuania, in the Baltic, out of the Baltic Sea. They dive for the material. Less than 5% of all the rough that they get, about 5%, maybe even less than that, is this color. The butterscotch, that's why the only time that I buy this material, I buy not the butterscotch, I buy everything. So it's one of the few things I still buy the mine run.
Right.
You go in and then you sort it and you get the butterscotch. If you don't, if they sort it with this butterscotch, this material is the highest price. It's over double what you would pay for the other amber. It's the amber, the color that everybody's really out there searching. Helen and I just released this last hour.
Yeah.
We almost sold out. There's not a lot of these left. You can already see the clock ticking down on this. This is something, again, very unique, very special. I designed this. I know it's not rocket science. I'm not saying I'm the greatest designer.
Well, I couldn't do it, Jay.
No, well, I'm just saying that when I looked at this material, and I just wanted to do something. What I wanted is I wanted this to be something anybody could wear. Very simple, very contemporary, something you can dress up with, you can dress down to, totally seasonal.
Folks, to finish off the hour, the price of our today's special is going up in 4 minutes. The 4-minute countdown starts right now.
Okay, bada boom, bada bing.
Jay, I'm so excited that at least we get a few moments here. World launch Appetite, or the most extraordinary, large, faceted, beautiful red coral. If you've been watching Jay all day and you didn't know whether to get it or not, the pricing will go up when the clock hits 0. So you must be on the phone ordering. There are various matching partner pieces to go along with it, but the necklace is the superstar. Jay, we're gonna get some close-ups of this Appetite because this Appetite is mind-boggling.
You know, that's what drew me to it, right? I found this about 2 years ago. This is a brand new mine find. Okay, right now this is a world launch.
Right.
I'm not claiming to have an exclusive, but here's what I'm claiming on this, okay? We got the good stuff, all right?
The best stuff.
The people who brought us the teal Appetite, they're the ones that actually found this material for me in Madagascar. They're the miners. We got it directly from the miners, right? We didn't buy it from any middleman.
Right.
This material is just unique. It's different. We didn't buy any of the lower grade materials. We only took, we paid more, we paid a premium, but we did what, instead of, okay, there's 2 ways to buy material. You can do what they call mine run.
Yep.
Or you can do select.
Okay.
We did select. So we graded it all. So of course, even in grading it, you lose over, in this case, we lost over half the material.
Oh my gosh.
So of all the material that they mined, we set about half of that apart. When you cut something like this, their first initial cut, you lose 70% of the material.
Wow.
And when I tell people that, they go, that's nonsense. How can you lose it? When you saw anything, it turns to dust.
Right.
It doesn't turn to anything you could use.
Right.
You throw it away, right? Your in cuts and things, yeah, maybe you could save a little bit of that, do some inlay or something, but basically you 70% right there. And then every time you touch it after that and you polish it, you lose more and more and more.
The price goes up in 90 seconds. Folks, if you want it, you must start dialing now or check out if you're online. The price goes up in 90 seconds from now. Appetite World Launch, or the most amazing red coral. Jay, let's talk about the red coral.
And the coral, if you look at this, okay, the big, bold, you saw before, I faceted coral before. It has to have density. It has to have weight to it. It has to be solid. Otherwise, it won't take a facet. This, to be able to cut these in these big beads like this, these big freeform type looks, and then actually have them take a facet, because here's the deal. When you facet something, that's the final finish. Right. That's what you're gonna do, right? It isn't gonna get any better. That's it. When you facet it, that's it. When it faceted and it doesn't have any bling and it doesn't sparkle and gleam, all you can do is just take it and buff it all down and see what you got, right? But you're never going to be able to refacet it. So when you facet it, and the faceting's all about the hardness. But when you facet, that is the final polish, that is the final finish. So in this case, it worked out for us. On the other side of this, you could actually reverse the coral necklace, and it's just polished. So that's what it would look like, polished. You can see we just faceted one side, which is hard enough. Look at the difference, okay? Do you see that? See, if I was a fish, I would get caught. Because right there, when you turn that over, I'd be slamming that baby.
Guys, they're telling us the show's over. We could go on all night. Jay and I will return tomorrow at noon, at lunchtime.
Yeah, actually 3 o'clock, right?
Is it? Oh, yes.
It's 3 o'clock. Please don't rush me. I have things I'm doing, so I won't be able to attend.
I'd be sat here by myself at noon. We'll see you at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Thank you for shopping. Thank you for ordering. We'll see you. Have a great night. A new Today's Special is about to begin. Stay on the phone line for the Today's Special. We're counting you in. Thank you for watching, everybody. Good night.
Well, there's one thing we know here at HSN. Boy, do you love your Bose. The Bose Wave music system is back, and Bose just made it better. In fact, now you can not only play your CDs and listen to an AM/FM radio, you can talk to your Bose. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 81 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight,
sounds like a beautiful day. And let's